In this video, I'm going to explain Project 3 as well as Week 11 activities. So I'm glad you have finished Project 2 and you have done sufficient research on that project. So now Project 3 is a follow-up project based off on Project 2. That means Project 3 should focus on the same topic, but you are going to provide your detailed recommendations in this project. So specifically in Project 3, I want you to add 2 new sources to explain your proposed recommendations. That also means probably based on the focus of Project 3 and your introduction and the research method sections in the final project might be slightly different from those in Project 2. Because while working on Project 2, probably your writing was more general. So now in Project 3, while you are describing the problem or talking about your research methods, I want you to be more specific, just to talk about the problem. And if you are going to include any new sources, probably one research step should include that, which is why this week I assigned SWA3. So please read my instructions in the learning module. And Project 3 will require you to write between 1,000 and 1,500 words. And the due dates include those for the rough draft. That should be due on Monday, April 6th through the discussion board. So students can conduct the peer review activity on Learn. And then the final project of this project will be due on Monday, April 13th. So next, I'm going to talk about the prompt. Give me a minute. So I will just browse this prompt very quickly. So basically, you will see that there are a lot of requirements, but they are they are not new to you because we have followed a similar format in Project 2. So here I want to just focus on the structure of Project 3. So similarly, you should have introduction, research methods, results, conclusions. But here I want you to add a new section to discuss your recommendations. Probably in your last project, you talked a little bit about what people should do, but now I want you to add more specific information about your recommendations to solve the problem. There is also a requirement about the front matter and the back matter. I think I'm going to use a student example to explain this. So this is a student example that is included in the gallery, which you can find in the gallery link on the left side of the course manual. So the front matter is the same. You should have a title page. And then for this project, I ask students to include either an abstract or an executive summary. So which I'm going to ask you to do probably next week or in the following week. And then similarly, you should have a table of contents. Look at this student example: introduction, research methods, several tasks, and then a similar structure under results to discuss the proposed research methods, conclusion, and the recommendation. I guess you are quite familiar with this. Now let's move on. So the introduction, as I said, you might need to revise your language here, so your discussion is more specific rather than general. And then research methods, do you need to include at least one new step to talk about how you are going to do research in order to find the solutions to the issue. So I guess, this is the last small writing assignment requires you to do. So you can add a new step here. And then we move on. So the next section results is very similar. So based on the research steps that you have discussed in the last section, so here you will give me your more detailed discussions of each step here or each task here. And then after your results, you could move on to a very short section. Actually, the student does not include the discussion section. So here I expect to see about half page of your discussions of this issue. Then you move to your conclusion on the issue, and then finally your recommendations for how to solve this issue in the community. And then after that, you should have you could have a page of glossary, and then followed by your works cited or references. And then if you have other documents, you can include them as appendix. Let me go back to my... So feel free to contact me if you have any questions. And here I'd like to check in with each of you. So I would appreciate it very much if you can send me a short email through Course Messengers on Learn and let me know if you are keeping up with our schedule. And meanwhile, for week 11 activities, I have revised that. So basically, I just want you to focus on the research, which is SWA 3, and there is no required discussion activity at this point. So feel free to email me if you have any questions. Thank you.